So, yeah, she's rolling.
We leave that bit.
What? Hey, good.
Right, ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Right, this is Having the Chats podcast, and tonight I have with me Dean Kenny and Jay Byrne. Dean is about to embark on his own podcast adventure with Kitchen Talks.
Yeah, Kitchen Talk.
Kitchen Talk.
Podcast, yeah.
Cool. And do you want to tell me first what Kitchen Talk is about, and then we'll move on to Jay?
Yeah, so Kitchen Talk is more or less spreading awareness on drug addiction, mental health, recovery, and so on. So I mean, I'm going to see what way it works anyways. Start off in going to the meetings and stuff like that, and I just started learning more about drug addiction and stuff like that, do you know what I mean? So the more I was recovering, people were saying to me, I was helping a lot of people out, like, do you know what I mean? So people said, you should be doing a podcast and stuff like that. Now, I wasn't really paying any attention to it, but the more I was recovering, the more confident I was getting. Yeah. Even though I'm not that confident right now getting an interview, but sure.
I'm never confident in
this. So I just gave it a bash. I went through the 12 steps and all, and I said I'd give it a go. Me and Dean said we'd give it a go. And yeah, we did our first episode 2 weeks ago. And I did the second episode with Jay there last week. So I went there to publish it out now in the next couple of days, hopefully. Do you know what I mean? So, just a lot of people have been reaching out. Got really good responses, good reviews on our first episode. And it's been helping a lot of people, to be honest with you. Do you know what I mean? The phone has not stopped.
I'm not surprised, and that's why I wanted you on the podcast, because you're a big character in Ballymun, and everybody knows you.
Yeah.
And I think, like, for people trying to get off it, you're kind of, well, in my situation, I would have been kind of afraid to talk to, people in the suits or whatever. Yeah. I'd rather talk to somebody that I knew, and I know because you're from the area and all the rest of it, there would be a lot of young fellas that would rather have a chat with you than maybe go to a counselling session 100%. Or a yap or whatever. And I know there are really good services out
there. Not even fellas, like women as well.
Women as well, but I mean, that's it, you're an approachable person, and so I think that what you're doing is really
relatable, really, isn't it?
It is relatable, and it's easier. I think when you're going through that, or if you're in the depths of it, and you're thinking about stopping, to talk to somebody who you've been looking at for years and you've seen them change their life, it'll be much easier to speak to that person, I think, than to actually walk yourself into like a counselling scenario or something like that, because you're nervous to be gone, and you are afraid of people judging you, because let's be honest, like 80% of people are judgmental cunts.
Say it as it is.
So your choice of drug was coke, wasn't it? It wasn't
coke with gambling.
Gambling?
Drink,
Fuck.
I was really bad gambler as well. I was just substituting one for the other, do you know what I mean? If I take a break from the coke, I needed something to do.
So you're like an addictive personality?
Addictive personality with everything. Do you know what I mean?
And you know what, you will be so addicted to this podcast thing now, because it's amazing, like the people that you get to meet, and like I love of course I've had like the Black Paddy Day, I've had Danny O'Reilly from the Coronas, and it's amazing to sit with people like that, but I actually rather the real life things, do you know what I mean, where like you're watching things going on in your area, and you're watching people slipping and people coming out of their shell then and building a new life for themselves, and like I don't think we should really put ourselves down or penalise ourselves or say, I ruined that few years of my life. I think it's all a learning curve, to be fair. I know I learned a lot from my addiction.
I learned a lot about my sexual needs. I've done the 12 steps. Did you ever hear about the 12 steps?
I'm kind of learning this now. I never did the 12 steps, and I've never gone to a CA meeting, but Cassie's sister I had on the podcast a couple of weeks ago, and she runs a thing now called Cowan, and that's for family and friends of people who look for addiction, because I think, like, you can say, like, your sister or your mother or your father would be, especially the older generation, when they hear cocaine, they think that's like fucking heroin, do you know what I mean? And I won't say it's not as dangerous, because all drugs are dangerous, but I think for, say, the likes of your own older family, for them to be able to reach out and talk to somebody like that and actually learn that you're not doing that on them. Exactly. You're doing it to yourself. You're not trying to upset them.
Sick people, that's a real untreated.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
But I think it does help, that Conan, it really helps the family to understand where you are, because I think with a parent scenario, you'd be like, why are you doing this to me?
Yeah.
You have fuckers knocking on the door, you know, all this, all that. And it's not that we didn't do that to hurt anyone.
Exactly.
We didn't do it to hurt ourselves either. It's just
that's what it is.
How are you feeling now?
I feel great. Yeah, it's probably the best I've ever felt in a fucking long time, I'll tell you that for sure, yeah. I just slowly started coming back to myself, you know, when I was 2 weeks into recovery, and I only said on my own podcast, this is mad, I came out to drink, and 2 weeks later I got a job in the Bleeding Whiskey Factory, do you know what I mean?
Stop it! Yeah. Oh my God!
It was a really good paid job, and it's something that I've been chasing, financial wise, do you know what I mean? I've got kids, I've bills, I've my own apartment and stuff like that, so I was looking for that stability, and it did give me stability, do you know what I mean? So I started finding myself, to be honest, my head was manic.
Yeah.
So going around a forklift and it's like 6 kilometres and every thought's going through me.
Yeah.
So at early recovery, I was just like, how am I going to do this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I got myself up, like, I almost, you know what, I was only thinking to myself earlier on, I says, damn, you don't realise how fucking strong you actually are.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because
really don't.
over the course of the years that I've done drugs and fucked up my life and fucked up relationships, fucked up with my kids, fucked up with everything, do you know that way? Just now, what I have now in my life is amazing, you know, my kids are present in my life. They were always present, but I'm present in their life. You know that way?
100% present.
Yeah.
So like being there.
I'm just able to get all these good feelings back, you know what I mean? I'm not walking down the road looking over my shoulder anymore, you know what I mean? I'm sorting things, personal things in my life I've been sorting out as well, you know that way? So yeah, life was good.
It's repairing like relationships with like the parents, brothers, sisters, family members.
I made amends, so that's what I did.
Exactly.
I made amends, but you go to as I said.
And you have to make amends with yourself, you have to forgive yourself, do you know what I mean? You can't keep yourself forever, no. And that's why I think the podcast is a great focus for you, because, I mean, with me as well, with an addictive personality, you have to have something else to do. Otherwise you're just like, oh, what the fuck? And it is hard. I know I've heard people say, cocaine is it's not physical addiction, you know, it's all in the head, you can stop that tomorrow. And yeah, you can, but you have to fight with your head. And then, when you come out the other side of it, you also have to deal with all the feelings that brought you into this addiction in the first place, and that goes way fucking back. You know, like, none of us go into an addiction, none of us say, you know what, I'm going to go and talk tonight, I'm going to drink a load of vodka, and I'm going to get 28 fucking bags, and that's me, I'm going to become a cokehead. It doesn't happen, that's not what you do, you know, it's not.
It just starts off
never a plan. And I think, in a weird way, I never thought it until I was out to the side of it, but in a weird way I think it was masking things for me that I wasn't happy about in myself, and I'd be like, alright, I'm way more chatting if I do a bag.
Little things that you wouldn't think though.
Because I feel,
I'll go for a drink, I'll go for a drink.
I'll go for a drink, I'd be like, I want to be real quiet in the pub, I'll get a bag and then I'll be more confident than I was. You know, until a certain point, and then it was doing nothing for me.
Stuck in the car, not even talking.
I'd be sitting there, not talking, head down, and I'd be like, I'll say this. No, I won't say that. And then 2 hours later, I haven't said a fucking word. Do you know what I mean?
And then you have your belt to say that. Back down again, do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Fucking torture.
It really is.
Torture ourselves.
It really is. And I don't think that young people really know what
psychosis. There is psychosis in it.
No, but I know people who have and are still.
It's scary.
Years later.
Yeah, honestly, even now, like, it's still getting little things in your head and stuff. God, you know what I mean? But, jeez, I remember I used to get psychosis badly. And I didn't realise what psychosis was until I watched, Get Well, what's the fella that Chris, wasn't it?
Yeah, Get Better with Chris.
So we listened to his story, and he mentioned about psychosis, like, when he was over in London and stuff like that. But I had them little episodes at home.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Not reading the walls. Hiding under the fucking covers, sniffing.
Yeah.
Thinking that the garbage was ready to ride back.
Yeah.
And I was there 3 hours, sweat pumping at me. And I remember taking my last sniff and said, fuck this, like, it was down there. And I just ran back to the course, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I pray, please, just let me go to sleep, please. And eventually I did, I woke up, back to normal again, back on it.
Yeah, back on it, and you have to be taking yourself, like, you really do. And even when you say to yourself, right, that's it, I'm off it, and the next week you're in the pub and you're doing it again, do you know what I mean? Then you're forcing yourself, which makes you feel more shitty about yourself the following week, and you're like, fuck this, I'm going out. You know, and it's
Fire in the build as well.
Yeah, it does. It just gets worse and worse and worse.
It's not good.
So, Kitchen Talk anyway is yourself and Deanie. Deanie, the rapper, obviously Deanie couldn't be here tonight, he's in work. But you have brought Jay Byrne along. Jay,
you wingman.
Jay celebrated a year sober.
I did. Thank you.
Good man.
Thank you very much.
How the hell did you do it, man?
I look back at it now and say, I don't know how I done it. But
what brought you to do it? What was your breaking point?
well, rock bottom, isn't it?
Yeah.
We all come to that stage, rock bottom. And I was literally looking into a bag. It was probably my 10th bag. I don't know how many it was. I wasn't counting it. I was up all weekend. I was looking into it, sniffing and crying. I was like, this is enough. I had enough of this shit, you know what I mean? I had it was torture, week in, week out. Then I was coming every day. Every day, you know what I mean? It wasn't every second day. And I was like, I had my family, friends, they couldn't trust me anymore.
No.
You know, I was, what's the word, reliability. So, like, I lost all hope with all them. So, but I kept saying I was going to get off stuff. But I never did, you know. I wasn't ready at the time. I tried 4 or 5 times.
You've got to be ready.
You have to be ready and you have to want the more.
You have to be doing it for you and not just someone's telling you. Because you just resent that person.
Yeah. So, that was it, like, I was suicidal that night, wanted to kill myself, tried to kill myself. Tried to kill myself, Few times.
Oh my God,
There are a lot of people in addiction, they do. They come to that stage and they say, I'm not worth anymore. Do you know what I mean? So,
you hate yourself.
And it's the easy way out, isn't it? But it's not, you don't think about the people around your family, you don't think your own family.
No.
So, but that's it, look, I remember I made a phone call to somebody, and I was crying. I actually recorded myself. I don't know why, but I recorded myself that night, crying. And I sent the video to a friend of mine. He got back on to me and he says to me, he's going to get me detox that week, I was going to get me sober. So I went to join a gym with him, and since that I kind of got hooked on trying. And then slowly but surely I got a couple of days in, because I couldn't go past a couple of days, you know what I mean? I used to count weeks off, and then it was like days. It was off for one day. I was proud of myself, because that's how much I was doing, like, you know what I mean? So I was like, I said, I got a few days off, I'll wait in a few weeks. And that was it then, like, another friend of ours, Dave McDonald, Whacker, he told me about these C-dips, because I knew what I'd done for you, but I never tried it.
Yeah, I know. Like, oh, it's freezing.
But you see, they're mad coming out of water, I'm not doing that, you know what I mean? He said, look, fuck it, it was on my 4th, 5th week. And I said, we'll go out and try it. Since that, like, every Sunday, I've been just showing up week in, week out, doing it.
And you're still doing it?
Still doing it.
Don't miss a Sunday.
Yeah, don't miss a Sunday.
Really?
Do you know what I mean? So, it's my routine down at the building, do you know what I mean? It's like a structure now I have, do you know, and then with the cold water, what it does for you, do you know, it's
a a thing,
It really is, it releases all the endorphins, you know, your brain, you know what I mean? It just makes you feel good for the whole day, you know?
It's only when you get out you feel
it. It's only when you get out, exactly.
Chris, you get that kind of coke over there?
So that's what it's like, you know, it does. They do say, right, when you do sniff cocaine, the endorphins are released in the brain. It's the same kind of effect you get from the cold water. So that's why we do it. You don't get patient or high, but you would high. Just
a
lot of
something you're found on.
Something like that.
So well cheaper.
Free. Exactly, free. But that's it, that's how it started me, you know, with the C-dips. You know, and then, you see what we're doing now, I'm hiking and I'm running and I'm doing all sorts now, you know.
I saw that you're doing the Ballymun running.
Ballymun running.
That's an Instagram page as well.
That's
that page to follow and watch what they do. Every Tuesday and Thursday.
Every Tuesday, Thursday, 7 o'clock, we meet at the Ballymun Axis.
Very good.
Again,
have you done this? Have you run?
I went once. But I did it. I did 4-5k with them.
You completely 5k.
Completely stop and the boys will be beside me, right? They'll be beside me. If you want to stop, I said, I'll fucking stop and my legs stop. But when we got to the big top shows, I heard say 5k, I literally collapsed. You run back, didn't you?
No, we don't tend that.
Fuck that. Isn't there?
There's a few of them. It's like what the scene did every Sunday. It got bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
As the weeks went on.
Yeah.
And it's getting bigger again now. Sundays more people come on the board.
Yeah.
On a good day.
Southside.
Yeah.
Look, it depends really on the day, doesn't it? You have a lot of people saying, will be there, and so obviously some don't show up. But, geez, we had about 20, 30 people there 2 weeks ago.
And you would, easy.
We're really opens our eyes to people who need the help and just get out there. Because, like, when you're in that, you feel like you're the only one in the world that understands.
Yeah.
And then when you're doing something like you are doing, people are coming out of the woodwork and you're like, no way, I didn't know they had issues.
Well, that's great though. It's great. It's great seeing people reaching out to them.
Absolutely. And that's what I was saying about you being approachable.
Yeah.
Like, you're normal lads from Ballymun.
That's it.
You know what I mean? You're
That's
not
it.
like, you know.
And there's no bad energy. There's never any bad energy whatsoever. There's no judgment around. You know, we're there with open arms like that.
Yeah.
Come in, experience it. You know what I mean? If it's not for you, then go on back out and use. And then come back to us.
Exactly.
Because we're always going to be here. You know what I mean? That's just the way it would be done.
You're not going to be like, I heard you were on the last week. Fuck off. Like, that's not.
As I said, in recovery I've learned a lot. Because at the start it was a bit like, fuck you, use a lot of my journey, do you know what I mean? Kind of that way. But now you have to give people time. It's when they're ready, do you know that way? Because
as well you're able to recognise that when you were wanting to sort yourself out, you needed somebody, and it's hard to find someone to lean on and speak honestly to. That you don't think it's going to, number one, judge you, or number two, go around the corner and like, here we will tell you what he was saying. You know, you're wary because you think you're the only one in the world. But what you're doing with these groups, the C-swims, the runs, the podcast, it just opens the world out a little bit, and it shows younger people who have yet to land on the shitty road we were on. It gets to show them that this happens to loads of people. Do you know what I mean?
Like we act like we're mates years now, do you know what I mean? Yeah, sorry, because we act like we're mates years. We only kind of know each other the past 12 months. Then we knew each other from back then. We knew of each other. That was it, you know. And share with me mate Paul Davis, and like he started reading me on my C-squares, and I went every fucking day, like, every day, for 2-3 weeks, 4 weeks solid. And I met the boys down there, and then he kind of took a step back. And I stuck with these every week now, and we made it a weekly thing,
Brilliant.
Do you know what I mean? So, as I said, our heads are just clashing together now. We want to spread.
Like an army you're creating. You know what I mean? An army of warriors. Because like anyone that comes through an addiction of any kind is a fucking warrior.
You know, I love Laura as well. So it's that very young. The lads that's coming through that are reaching out, those like, they live in their 20s, early 20s. Late teens.
I saw one on your run actually. It was a clip. Were you up the mountains or something there last week? It might be those or something, but it was a load of them walking up through the dunes, and I think one you were holding the phone, and as they were all walking by,
that was me, that was last week.
Yeah, and I copped the young fella that I know from the area, and I was delighted to see he was there, and I was like, fucking chuffed.
No, the younger crowd, so I was in the meeting last week, and he said, only turned 18.
Yeah.
I mean, he's only 18, like, God love him. You know, but that's what drugs does to you.
It really is. And in a way as well, like, the younger they are, probably the better. Because, like, you just see people now in their 50s that are only starting on that bad road, and you kind of looking and you're saying, oh man, that's not going to end well for them, do you know what I mean? Fuck that. Like, I'm kind of, it's better to see the young fellas fucking up early in life and then still
leave them again.
You know what I mean?
Because you know, listen, it's not going to be, that buzz will never be the same.
No.
Once you come into this recovery shit, like, and you go back out there, it's double the pain.
It is, of course, but they always know that they can go back to following week and
there is, a few of the boys came back.
They do have
it. So I mean, a few of the boys have came back, and I'm delighted to see their faces back in. Hopefully they stick it out this time, you know what I mean?
Absolutely, and a lot of them will, some of them won't, but I guarantee you they'll be back within a year, 2 years.
And like that, you can't hold a hand all the time.
No, you can't, and like that, you can't make anyone do it. Like you said, you had your family and your friends and all where you were a fucking liability. But you can't, like, you have to just...
Sometimes we forget ourselves as well, don't we? We drain that time as well. Like, you know, you're taking on so much, and then you're trying to give so much, and then it's like you're not getting it back.
You have to remember to look after yourself as well.
You forget.
We've all been we moved ourselves in the group, and we got
it's a strain, and me and Chris obviously as well, something like me to be like, do you know what, I actually had to take a fucking social media break. Leave me phone off for the night or whatever. The odd time I do that, but so I feel like Instagram keeps me going. Yeah, 100%. And I think aside from being off it, and we'd be 5 years off it now, but it's still hard. It's not hard to be off it, but I now would have depression, anxiety, all sorts that comes with what you had before. That was all the case before, but I didn't notice because I was having a drink and having a bag and I thought I was living my best life. But then once all that stops, you're happy that you're out of that addiction, but you have to go back and you have to deal with that. You know? And that's still hard, and every day is a fight to kind of get out the door sometimes. You know what I mean? It is, it's hard, like.
Well, praying, you'd be grateful that you haven't picked up, isn't it? That's the main thing, isn't it, really?
Absolutely, yeah.
When you're praying, I'm praying on now, with the meditation and everything now.
Really?
Something I never thought I'd do, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I pray to a higher power.
Yeah.
Now it's God to me, do you know, I used to pray to my mate Dano, and I lost a friend, in my company and stuff like that, So I used to always pray to them, and it just come to God. Now, I'm not this big spiritual religious person that go to church on a daily basis and that, but do you know what? It's kept me sober.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
wake up in the morning, I have that in my stomach, I just, please God, there was a dig out today.
Yeah.
I go out and I feel great then. Not every day.
Yeah.
Well, most days are better than what they used to be, do you know that way?
And Kathy was saying that as well, and Conan, she was saying they like that, it's not necessarily a God's thing, but they do look to a higher power, whether it's your granddad who passed or whoever else or whatever, do you know what I mean? I've buried 2 kids, so I can't do the whole God's thing, but I would say like my higher power would be me little brother that I buried, you know what I mean? Something like that, but you have to fucking, I sometimes will just speak out loud and say, just fucking give me strength for today.
That's
you know what I mean? And it might be just a regular Tuesday that you're going to work, you know what I mean? It's not for anything, just, you know, some days you're not going to be 100% every day.
No,
it's
never.
impossible.
No,
you know what I mean? Whether you've had an addiction or
Yeah.
not, it's just not possible. But, so what's next for Kitchen Talks? Who would be your ideal guest?
Ideal guest. So, that's a good question.
Isn't it? That would
Put me on the spot. Ideal guest. My ideal guests for now are just my local community, you know, and people that haven't done well for themselves and stuff like that.
You're going to have Jimmy Bell on, I think, are you?
I haven't asked him. I will soon, Jimmy.
I'm coming for you.
Love Jimmy. Jimmy is an absolute legend.
Isn't he?
To this community. And you know what? You can walk out to all these young fellas and all outside, and everyone has so much respect for him.
Everybody has,
because he just has time for people.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of
It's
people
time
don't.
for everybody. Absolutely,
You know what I mean?
everybody,
And that's why you can walk around here comfortably and stuff like that, and talk to people and approach people. And that's the way to have it, do you know the way?
Yeah.
That's the way to be, but...
Still to get one and run as well, if you watch this, you know?
Yeah.
Slacking Jimmy.
Who are next? Who would you want to go on a run with?
Who would I let go on?
Yeah.
Forrest Gump.
Look, it has to be, it's a no-brainer. Chris, isn't it?
Yeah, get better with Chris.
It has to be Chris.
Putting it out there, Chris. Now you know.
Yeah.
Jay Byrne is coming looking for you.
Yeah.
And he does 5
North
days
side versus south side.
a year he's done it.
Yeah.
I think he's just over his year, isn't he?
3 years. 3 years.
Is he?
3 years,
No way.
yeah. Check out the M's press. Thanks a lot.
You're probably looking at the request.
Yeah.
No, it's amazing. It's really, really good. Do you think, would you go for live shows and things like that now? Like,
you know what?
Bring a community
I
together.
want to start building a bit more confidence in myself with doing this, because this is the first time I've actually ever been in a hot seat here, being interviewed with you, or anyone, like, do you know the way?
Well, I've never been in the hot seat, so I would...
I'll get you on. In my little kitchen. But, I'm day by day.
Yeah,
you know,
that's it.
when I plan ahead, I plan 20 things at fucking once.
Yeah.
And then I get the phone call.
Here's your sister. Then I get anxiety.
You know what I mean? So what I do is now I just live in the day.
Yeah.
Because that just slows back down.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah, 100%.
That's not all the time. It's not all the time. It's really not. But I just try to take things day by day. I have another friend, one of the boys in recovery, that's with us on Sunday. And hopefully I have one of the boys talking about with
Yeah.
Next, because he went through psychosis and stuff like that. That's probably next week's show.
And I don't think young people realise that you can get psychosis from even weeds, you know what I mean? Like, and they start so young as well, like, it's mad. Yeah. It's a different world than when we were kids, you know what I mean? It really is.
Look, I think certain people are functional smokers and know how to tame it, because I think it's people's lifestyles and how they're living.
It absolutely is.
Do you know the way it has a big massive part, and what happens is they're not building bills up and all, I can't pay that fucking half pounds and stuff, and that's where all the trouble comes.
It is.
Do you know what I mean? That's what fucks them up.
Yeah.
I don't think it's fucking up and smoking.
They kind of say run up a bill and end up having to sell. Then there's no getting out of it. It's much harder for people in that situation to walk away than the way we were now able to walk away and just say, right, that's it. Do you know what I mean? It's harder for if you've gotten sucked into having to sell it. There's no walking away. You know, you can't. And I would always say to people, like, you have to think of, like, say in the case of somebody who has actually been selling to fund their coke addiction or whatever, the problem in getting out of that then is, you'd always be aware, if I say, right, I owe $2,000, I'm going to pay that off to whoever I'm selling for, and I'm out, I'm done, I'm not selling anymore. If I did that and then the next day one of them gets a raise, she's a rat. You know what I mean? And that's why a lot of people can't back out of it. And they might want to get rid of their addiction, but they can't actually walk away from anything. And as long as you're selling, you're going to be fucking doing it. It's harder to, at least we could all walk away. You can do your sea swims and runs, you can do your podcast and all. I can fucking float around with the kids and in the barbershop cutting hair and all that. You know, but they're stuck in that. They're fucking stuck in it. And so that's another kind of tough one for the younger generation, because you don't have any. You know, we were working when we were young. You were kicked out of work. You were in school or kicked out of work.
Job for Kenny was. Many jobs, you know what I mean?
Lost all jobs on the big
and that as well. The Monday mornings with the money.
You lose so much and you don't realise until afterwards how much you lost. Because you think of every other reason why you lost that. You know, it's somebody else's fault, it's her fault, it's his fault, it's because of that. Do you know what I mean? And then afterwards, you sit back and you're like, oh, you fucked up, that was all because of the coke. All because of the coke. Every single time.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, like, we're all very lucky that we fell to the other side of it. But do you know what I think would be, like, I think seeing schools, they do all these plantation schools, they bring them off doing, you know, little walks and things like that. I literally genuinely think they should be taking 4th, 2nd and 3rd years out of school and bringing them to recovery centres. Letting them see what's
helping. We seen that a couple of weeks ago. People that are in recovery, they were all in the same Wigan skill. They were doing some speeches and stuff like that. Promoting, but as I said, definitely that and bullying should be highlighted so much.
Absolutely, like, I do think so, because I mean, if you leave them to kind of 5th and 6th year, they're probably already in some sort. You know what I mean? 4th, 2nd, 3rd. Oh my God, that's
just Apex, like a little bottle, but this is a fucking canister and walking around and all things like it. That's where it starts.
That leaves behind, like,
that's a usually a bag of coke. You have something here helium.
I remember being at a party. It was God. It was a toss up. It was a toss up between a bag of coke and a bottle of fast gas.
Oh my God.
Don't get me wrong, I've tried that fast gas.
I never did.
Last 5 seconds. And you get spin mad.
It's weird.
You get all lightheaded. That's it. I don't know why anybody would do it, because it's not enjoyable.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Because I've seen, you know, just things on Instagram and shit of people doing that fast gas and literally being in hospital and they're now walking around again. What the fuck? Like,
it's like a box you lost the brain, isn't it?
Yeah. That's mad, isn't it? Like, it's scary. And you've got kids. Have you got kids? Yeah, like, it's scary. I mean, we 4 kids and 2 grandkids. And you'd be terrified for the next generation. You know what I mean?
What's next? You're looking at it, like, what is next?
You're panicking. The way find a shark, I'm like,
I'm a small though,
that was, and all them shops were,
I was selling that as basalt.
That's right. Yeah, the emergency outside.
We call them magic. We used to smell your cars. disgusting, stinking. I think I was the only 8-stone drug dealer. I was absolutely in. Because with a picture, I only
I've
put it
seen that,
yesterday.
yeah.
I'm so
That's
thin.
mad. No,
But doesn't look like it,
I never ever tried that either, but
Crazy drug.
there was all the shops were down. I think there was a couple of shops in Swords. I think they got closed down, didn't they?
Yellow was different.
Yeah.
I think the white was just paranoid, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like it sent it fucking. Now I tell you war stories, but I'm not. I'm not
I
telling
can't
you.
remember how it was done.
Wow, crazy man.
Really?
Yeah. Just a complete blank there.
I jumped into my ma's window now. She had my bags packed at the door and I jumped into the window and ran up, locked myself in the other.
And was it like a similar thing to Coke, like?
It was, do you know what it was like? It was like Coke, Mandy and Is
All mixed
all
up.
mixed in
Yeah.
one. Do you know what I mean? But like, you go for days in this without sleeping.
Really?
Yeah.
I was
And it
probably
was
filled
cheap,
empty.
like, wasn't it?
€25 for a big gram.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, that was
But
crazy.
it instantly it'll fuck you up. Like.
Yeah.
It won't stay there gone.
And those 2 years or whatever that them shops were open and you could buy them for 25 quid a
Yeah.
gram, that probably caused a lot of coke addictions.
Yeah.
Because once them shops shut,
Every year,
they still want it, you know what I mean, going out or whatever, and it was everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
I think I'm the only person I know that didn't try it, to be fair.
That was crazy stuff.
You didn't miss anything.
No, I'm glad I
yeah,
didn't.
no.
I'm glad I didn't, because I probably just would have been there with you.
It's did this time, let's be honest. When it was
So
good.
look, if we all think it's good at the start, no, don't we? Don't. Let's face it. We
Yeah.
start out down the road.
That's
Exactly.
But you leave it, you end up like
Yeah.
most of us,
I
don't we?
ended up in England.
There you go.
My ma fostered me two cousins. And yeah, she fostered me two cousins at the time, but I was like 7, I was just a bastard, to be honest with you. But I knew the police were following me, I knew they were on to me, and I knew they were following me. I was going over the garage over that way, and my cousin and his ex-partner at the time, like, were walking, and I had me fucking down my trousers, but I fucked in the grass, I walked. I was saying the police stopped at the traffic lights, the lights went green 3 times, I was definitely after me.
Yeah.
It was on his 8th birthday, God love him, he was a lovely chap, like, and he fucking picked it up, didn't he? So I'm at the fight, I was like, no.
Oh, no.
So he flew up, yeah, and the rest of it, like, oh yeah, I was on thinking about this the other day, like, the carnage I actually caused my ma
Yeah.
and my family at the time, because obviously, like, Tuesday, everywhere at the time, I had to get involved and all.
Yeah.
I got barred from my ma, so I wasn't allowed my ma, so nearly played 6 months to a year.
Really?
Yeah, so I
Shoot,
had
and
to
you
go.
know what, you would have thought at the time, a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
But she was probably just terrified.
I
for
went
her
over
life.
to England and I was like, I'm going to stay over here for a couple of months, so it lasted 10 days. I came back and I got an apartment up at, what do they call it, the Turnpike.
Yeah.
I got an apartment up there and settled in, it was grand. There was only rent allowance back then, so rent was mad cheap. I thought I was getting my rent for free. That's how thick I was.
Yeah.
I thought my rent was free, I had a free gas. But I got a hold of me again. Do you know what I mean? I literally got a hold of me, and I remember people were just jumping in my windows, parked it, but I was that fucked that out.
You didn't care.
I sat there and I just looked, I was like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? People were locked themselves down in the
Your
bathroom.
man must have been heartbroken, wasn't
I destroyed her.
Yeah.
You know, I did. I've always said to man, like I always felt like I was the black sheep of the family. Do you know what I mean? Like, the fuck did I do? Why can't I hug you? Why can't I?
Yeah.
I'd say now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I had
Exactly.
the men's her, but I did. We had a conversation, and she goes, "Dean, I couldn't love you the way I want, the way you wanted me to, because you're just causing fucking carnage."
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? What's the
terrified
reason?
about that. Yeah.
Fucking sound, man. What are you
So
talking about?
I have bias, and I know like a mother's love for our bias is fucking like. I used to mother my bias, you know what I mean? I'd be kissing them at the school and all. Jamie would be like, man, I'm here and all, I don't care. But that's the way it is, and like I'd be terrified if I thought one of them was getting into trouble in a few years' time, or you know, putting their life out
You
risk.
can't look. You can only mollycoddle them for so long.
Exactly.
You have to give
Your man must be so proud now.
big time.
Yeah.
Big time. I have my chain. Where's my chain? My daughter got this for come on. She got it for Christmas.
Stop.
I will go back with it. I asked her when I went into the meetings. I was like,
We're proud and love you. That.
No,
See,
it's lovely, innit?
you cannot buy that. You cannot buy that.
Well,
No amount
stop.
of drugs can show you the happiness in that.
I actually walked off without this when I was coming up here. And I told her,
Give it back.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That is really
Yeah, it's
fantastic.
definitely. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I got it for
See, your
Christmas.
kids know what you've gone through. Are they young or?
So my daughter will be 17 this year. She knows. She knows everything. She kind of got the full.
It's good to be honest with you at that age. Isn't it?
No, I remember I used to always ask her to come up because I had my youngest up I was like, what's the kids? Well, I want to have a drink. No. She's always making excuses.
Yeah.
Going to the cinema. Here was, what would I send me daughter? What's the going to the cinema?
Yeah.
You want to go out and have fun? I can't have fun. Do you know that kind of like, whereas only when I went to the meetings, I was like, can you watch the kid when I go to the meetings? Straight away, she was up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
She just didn't want to go now.
When I was early in recovery, I was had to get my book and I came home. So I said, look, I can't explain everything to you now, but I'm going to get well. And I was, can I ask you a question? Have you ever been ashamed? She goes, I was ashamed of my life. Right? Yeah. So I was like, you got the bed.
Honesty is the best.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When she said that, I says, I'm going to make this work. I'm going to make these words come into the action. And I did. Do you know what I mean? So she told me nearly every day that she's wishing me good luck.
You tell her kids.
Yeah, big time.
And now that she said that, that's a fucking drama.
No, now we mean it.
Yeah.
Like you don't. You'd have people saying, I fucking killed the kids, I do one, I do time. You won't walk the fucking get them at bleeding on a Sunday morning.
Exactly.
But
you know what, because you're being honest with that girl, she would be your best friend. And she,
big time.
Yeah, and she'll never be afraid to come to you with an issue or, like, there will come a day when she has a boyfriend or whatever.
Yes.
She might,
Or she'll kill you.
But there you go, like, she's already witnessed what that does, and she'll never go near it because of that, you know what I mean? And she'll always be wary that she'll pick the right people to be and all the rest of it, because she knows what it is to you.
I was saying to my son there, it was before Christmas, when I sent in the group, my youngest son, I was trying to figure out what I was going to get him for Christmas and all.
Yeah.
So who's your favourite superhero? He goes, you are.
That is
He's only 4 years of age. I was like, this fella's been trying to eat me up. I was, as I was saying as well, like, I was a football coach for Phoenix United on the 12s. And my kids are now in the academy and stuff, you know, my son's 11, he wants to play football, so I have him up, so I'm making it my last game now on Saturday. Stepping down and all, do you know what I mean? I have to focus on my own.
You have to,
I don't got the 40 little kids and all that, you know, that's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
But I'd show up sometimes the days that I'm off work and stuff like that with the kids, you know. But yeah, that's
I think between your recovery and the podcast, and the podcast is going to be a massive part of your recovery. I know it has been for me, and like what you get out of a podcast, like it's the different people that you meet all the time, normal people with normal lives, do you know what I mean? But everybody has a story, whether they know it or not, do you know what I mean? Everybody, I think, is a completely different character, like, and it's amazing, like, it really is. You might touch some people, you might not, but I always get messages after a podcast saying, that was really good, like, I really got something from that, do you know what I mean? Like, I had a psychic medium on, and I got loads of messages from people after that, you know, it might have been somebody who passed on their side. And I mean, there wouldn't have been anything, you know, there was no eureka moment in here when she was here or anything like that. When you're talking about, it doesn't matter what you're talking about, somebody wants to listen. You know what I mean? And what you're talking about is really serious stuff. And not
just
only,
honest, isn't it, really?
Yeah, not only addicts or people who are in recovery, you would have a lot of parents listening to you, and they might, you know, they have the earphones in because they might want their son who is an addict to listen, do you know what I mean? And that will help them to understand their son.
We got young Dylan in, didn't we? Like, I started put a lot of TikTok videos up now, and I do it because I like doing it. That's it. TikTok's
a bastard.
I know. It's more just I like spreading awareness because I'm not ashamed of myself anymore, because that's all I did was shame. Do you know what I mean? So just be honest, just throw it out there, fucking in. Stop hiding it. Stop living in your fucking gap, waiting the wall and closing your blinds and sniffing your brains out.
Exactly.
Let out how we are now, you know. And young Dylan, he's brilliant. His mum reached out to me as well because she's in the video. So he's in the meeting, he's in about 20 or something, 21 times, he was only 21 there last week. You know, but his addiction was weird, you know what I mean? But whatever, I won't go, it's his story, you know that way, but he's still brilliant, he's back in the meetings and all now.
And that gives you, like, you could say to yourself, I'm actually helping this person.
He mentioned in the meeting last time, you were sitting beside him, he cried, he just touched me, he was just saying really nice words, and that's, as I said, it's a program of trust.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
It really is.
You know, when people see you doing well, they want a piece. You know? As you said, it's not for everybody.
No, it's not for everybody.
People will judge it. Some people love it, some people won't. That's that.
Yeah.
If you want to share, see how good you feel, we feel. But if you want to share that with others, that people think that there's no hope for them.
That's
why I get a buzz from that as well.
Yeah,
Helping people and seeing them changing. You've seen them other people in the group we have. And just looking at that appearance over the last few weeks, it's just like...
They before and after photos.
Did they?
Yeah.
It's great. Show you after the podcast.
Oh,
It's great.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what? I have scrolled back as well on Instagram back to like, say 2019. And when I look at them pictures, I'm like, oh my God. Like, I look 5 years younger now than I did 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It's fucking frightening.
You think they're great back then, don't you?
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah, it's massive.
Yeah.
And then when I look, I'm like, oh my God, my teeth were awful. I was like 7 stone. And when we got out of the addiction as well, I had a really bad problem with eating. I couldn't eat because of anxiety. And I'd literally be running on less than a 2-year-old would need for the day, you know? It was fucking terrible. But I ended up in about 7 stone, so we took up powerlifting because I had to eat every 2 hours. And that worked, and that built it up for me. Now I've kind of stopped that, and the weight is coming off a little bit again because of anxiety, but I wouldn't be afraid of going back on it, you know? You just have to ride out the anxiety and the doctor and all that shit, and blood tests.
Come down to see it.
Yeah.
Come down to see it. Try it.
Oh, I really mean that.
It gets rid of anxiety.
You know what it is?
And depression.
It's not just about going into the water, right? Because if you get a good crowd down, there's not only us there, there's another crowd down there as well.
Yeah.
Now you have John Bowling, and he comes down once a month as well.
I know a girl called Jade as well. Jade, the health home or something. Do you know Jade?
No.
She does like yoga and Reiki things.
Yeah, we see her down there,
we see her there.
But it's the buzz before it, you know what I mean? We have a speaker and all, we have the tunes, we'd be bouncing around.
Yeah.
A little rave on the beach, do you know what I mean? And then sometimes we go for food after, and sometimes we just stay back, go over, get a couple of hot chocolate coffee, and we walk down the beach and just breathe. It's so fucking relaxing, honestly. Come down. If you don't want to get in the water, don't get in the water. Just come down with the experience of what we do.
Yeah.
And then you get a better understanding. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I will. I won't do it this Sunday, but I will. No, I won't do it this Sunday because it's Mother's Day.
But I never excuse, so let's have a down.
I'm not here this Sunday, so let's go down next Sunday.
Yeah,
next Sunday.
You're down with that.
Next Sunday is Paddy's Day. We're doing it. You're going to do it.
Yeah, do it. Do Paddy's Day.
We'll do a Paddy's Day. So, green, white and orange.
Lovely, eh?
Right.
Whatever.
That'll be fucking great.
Well, the white as well, eh? We're doing a week over here. The 16th of this month, it's a Saturday, so Paddy's weekend.
Yeah.
So,
where's the hike?
Juice Mountain. It's in Wicklow. It's about an hour drive away.
And anybody wants to do it?
Anybody can do it.
Just contact anyone. If you have a car, meet us out there. Do you know what I mean? Just drop him a text, drop me a drop. Anything that you know that's going on, just drop us a text. And
well, for any of the clips from this, I'll tag out to you anyway. So, anybody watching, if you do want to go do the hike with lads, just click on their page and send them a message.
Lovely.
And sort it out.
We got 42, was 42 was out last month, so.
That's brilliant.
That was the fourth week I was banned, yeah.
No way.
Well, this year anyway, I think that was probably the 4th time I actually felt free with cocaine.
That's right.
I just stood the top.
There's something amazing. Me and Chris always say it, and even 5 years on, we'd always look at each other on a Sunday morning and go, it's deadly waking up from now. Still, we still get those out.
It's getting to that point because obviously when you start out, what do you mean I can't drink anymore? I'm not going to be able to drink anymore. I couldn't give a rat's arse about uncle. And do you know what I realised? I didn't really fucking drink at the pubs. I was sitting in Poxy Kitchen with a deck of cards. With the ashtray full of that.
Exactly. You don't even be over so you can go home and just sit there.
Do the same thing over and over again.
Same conversation.
You're sitting there, we'll have a few before we go out, and then you're like, fuck it, we won't bother going. Yeah.
For an hour a day, 3 days, not moving.
Exactly. And no one was talking, except for one arsehole in the corner. That's always one.
Yeah. And I went over to the peephole.
Out the window.
It wasn't in the peephole, I swear it was no, wait, lads, I love what you guys are doing. The idea of the podcast is brilliant, and especially for like local people to be. I think the podcast will help you, but what you're doing with the podcast, I think in a roundabout way, you're not going to have people coming on saying, "Can I come on? I'm addicted and I want to go into recovery." You might have one or two, but you will have the messaging you saying, "Dane, any chance of a chat?" Do you know what I mean?
100%.
And that opens the door for them to be able to do that. And same with yourself. Because these are not two old men in suits,
No,
you know what I mean?
just a normal job, so it's a Ballymun.
Yeah, exactly. Just the Ballymun boys, yeah.
He's rough on his stuff as well.
Yeah, help them out, man.
Yeah,
Help them out, man.
I must get a great sense of like I don't know, not achievement, but being able to help someone.
Of course, and that's what keeps me going, doing, and that's, you can only comment with this. When we get messages and phone calls of people wanting to do what we do, that keeps us going.
Yeah, this is what it's for.
Yeah,
And it's only enjoyable more now to think about more stuff what we want to do.
and we will do, with loads of things planned this year we have.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Right, so get better, Chris. You're going for a
Yeah,
walk.
Chris, let's do this.
Yeah, and
Someday, maybe.
who did you say for the podcast you were?
I didn't.
Like,
I didn't say.
No.
I'd have to sit him down, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just, I have 2 family members in mind that have agreed to do it.
Ah, good.
And do you know what?
It's good to
Their story will be amazing
Yeah.
because I know him very well, and I met this other person in the CA meetings, and I watched this person crumble to being so fucking happy now, and I want them. I want them on the show. To show families as well. Like
Exactly.
Families can recover together. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Any broken family can recover.
Exactly.
it.
Yeah, 100%. One last question for both of you, right? What advice would you give to anybody that is in addiction now and wants to get out?
Reach out. Whatever suggested things you've been told to do or asked to do it.
Yeah.
Work on yourself. Don't stop fucking grinding. Don't pick up the bag, don't pick up the ball, pick up the phone. You're never feeling shit yourself.
Yeah.
And
you're open to messages.
I'm open.
Like
My
that,
phone's
even
always
to a stranger.
anyone. It's a
A lot of
text.
people find it hard to lean on their nearest because they've heard it all before. You know, where you used to tell them one of your family members, no, I really want to be off, and they're like, yeah, I heard that last week.
Yeah.
You know, so you kind of stop saying it to them.
So a lot of people find it hard. You can tell your family over and over, I fucking need help, I need this, but you won't understand it
Until they see
unless if you open to an addict, that person really understands. And like I said, that's why I go to the meetings. What's he calm with me?
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah.
Do you know that way?
Yeah.
And that's what it is. When you hear someone else cheering, it's like, that's fucking me, it's about my kids. It's weird, but it's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's happy and it's unity. Like that's open my, welcome open arms.
Yeah.
Do you know?
You're so done with it.
But
You're
I
so
will never touch it again.
No.
Honestly, I've no cravings, no obsession, no. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm happy to live with him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You look fucking happy.
I am.
Yeah.
I really am. I'm happy when they're doing this.
Yeah.
He's really going on. Jesus, you look white. I got a curry tray inside the curry tray. Honestly, God.
I thought you were messing
No,
about.
I didn't have a single one as well as I go, yeah, this is not going right. But here we go, yeah.
And Jay, what do you say?
Yeah, look, it's simple. Keep busy. Get a good routine. Look, it's not for everyone what I done. You know, because like Dave, you said the meetings, everyone goes to meetings, but like, you're really serious about doing it. Just try a jog, try a walk, a sea dip.
Yeah.
Get out and hiking, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Anything that's going to keep you busy and active, it really works, because it worked for me.
Yeah.
You know? I'm not saying it's going to work for everybody, but look, it's bad on
I think with you, it's probably more about the unity than the actual sin. You know,
that's all it is.
Like I was saying, oh God, I don't want to get in the cold water. But I do like the idea of you all going together.
Absolutely. One of us dreaded going
nobody wants to walk out.
You walk out. One can see it, but we're really in the sea fucking singing songs and all. Do you know what I mean? So what song was it? Sing it. Go on. You didn't know. Yeah, wait, crazy, was it? No, what? Yeah, one of their songs.
I just keep busy. Keep busy. Change one addiction with another good addiction.
Exactly. I think you do, because in most cases, if you have an addiction, you have an addiction for personality, so you have to find something else to be addicted to. In my case, it was powerlifting and me husband. And now it's for you. It looks like it's a podcast on your kids.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, definitely. Now that I'm doing this, I'm going to look more at put more effort into anyways. But look, as I said, life life gets in the way sometimes. You know what I mean?
Life does get in the way, you know.
So I'm just trying to find the balance with everything.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely going to put more effort and time into it after this.
Yeah,
100%.
it's amazing because you don't even realise how many people you can touch, like in between YouTube and Spotify. You don't know who listens to it on Spotify, you don't know who watched it on YouTube, but you do touch hearts, like whether you're talking about the price of cornflakes or addiction. You know, it really is something. Help someone with Andy.
Yeah. And you would not even hear from that person, but it's definitely helping.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Brilliant.
Lads, I have to say thank you so much for coming in, and I'll do that to this film next month. I will.
You still love it?
Yeah,
you can hold us to that now.
Chris will drag me out the van and ride me out.
So I think it'd be really good for Laura at this moment.
I am struggling.
We're gonna
this is going to help. I promise you it's going to help.
We did say we're going to try and start our own kind of recovery swim, like something big.
Yeah.
Together,
You know, once a month or something. Like, we're going to look into it or something. Look
at the amount of people that's already down this, you can already do it now. But like, it's only going to get bigger. As the summer comes in, it's going to get bigger and bigger.
That's it,
That's the plan. That's what you want. We want everyone just to understand what's happening, what we're doing now. Just come join.
Exactly.
Just come join.
Yeah. It's brilliant. I applaud the series. It's because it's hard. It's really hard what you've done. But you're helping other people in the process, and that's, you can't find that, like, you know, you really can't.
Yeah.
Right, that's
it.
A wrap, I think. So, Mr. Jay Byrne.
Thank you.
Dane Kenny.
Thank you very much.
Well done, and future is bright for everyone. So, Having the Chats podcast with Dane Kenny and Jay Byrne, and keep an eye out for our weekly episodes of Kitchen Talk on Spotify and YouTube. You can follow Dane's Instagram and Facebook page and Stay with Jay. And Deanie the rapper will be back at the kitchen table with himself very soon. That's a wrap.
Brilliant. Well done.
Well done.
Woo!